Hey everybody, this is Lenny with Literary Gladiators coming back with a new review to the sequel of The Anomaly by Michael Rutger. I reviewed this book a while back, the first book a while back, and I've been meaning to do the review on this, but the book was a bit of a disappointment, which had me dragging my feet on actually reviewing it. So the second book in the series is called The Possession, again, also by Michael Rutger. There haven't been any other books since then, but this book, The Possession, picks up right after The Anomaly, where Nolan, who is the host of a YouTube channel, again, if you remember my first review or if you watched my first review, it's kind of a Expedition Unknown sort of vibe where Nolan would be like a Josh Gates type guy, or Nathan Drake from the Uncharted series, where they go around and they look for different sorts of mysteries in the world and they want to try to kind of expose it. Up to that point in the first book, they hadn't found anything, but then, of course, that's where the book series opens up. Now, the second book does take place right after that, where the crew, kind of suffering from some PTSD from what they went through in the first book, are looking for a lighter thing to do. And so they end up in this town. There's other reasons they're in this town, but I'll let you, if you decide to read the book, figure that one out. They end up in this town investigating these mysterious walls that seem to go nowhere or seem to have no purpose. The problem with this book isn't necessarily the writing, because the writing is strong, the scenery is very vivid, characters are just as kind of fun, sarcastic, have some witty banter just like in the first book. The problem is that the story doesn't really match up to the first book. The first book had more of a sci-fi feel. The book is more of a supernatural feel. So there's, literally ghosts and things like that. And it deals with a little witchcraft, which I'm never into in books, but it's still maybe worth a read, especially if there's going to be a third book, which I have no idea if there will be. The issue, again, comes down to the characters. You want to read the characters because you like them, and they're still good in this one. And then you have this story that kind of, well, it's a bit meh. Yeah. So something just felt off in the actual story here. I'm not going to go into spoilers, of course, but I'm hoping that he does do a third book in the series because that would be really fun. I'd like to visit with Nolan and the Anomaly Files again. So again, this book is called The Possession. It's by Michael Rutger. I would check out the first book if you haven't done so, and then make your decision on the second one. For me, it was a bit of a letdown.